officially calling the meeting to order at 9:37. Thank you all for being here. And we're going to try our new plod, and hopefully that will solve our problems for having a minutes taker. So are there any announcements from anybody? All right. Oh, I'm Debbie Lincoln, by the way, for the plod. All right. Told you I forget.
Actually, maybe we should go down and teach it everybody's name without saying it.
Okay. All right.
So, let's have it do that.
Elena Christopher.
Lou Franco.
Anna Lockwood.
Susan O'Sullivan. Debbie Lincoln.
Diane Loud.
That also tells who's in attendance. All right, do we have any public comment from our vast public? We're going to come to you
Oh,
later. You're on the agenda.
I'm on the agenda.
You're not public.
No.
All right, do we have any board comment? All right, so minutes approval. I apologize for those of you who did not get them in the mail. I did send them out on Sunday because you said you didn't want them way in advance. Do you want a couple of minutes to look them over before we vote on approval? Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you, and thank you, Deb, for taking those minutes. Hopefully, that was you, right?
I'm still taking some today.
Okay, yeah, good, that's good. We have backup
Not a
for this
bad idea, yeah.
device, it's not bad at all. All right, new business, discussions of qualifications for honorary membership and their parameters and restrictions. Deb sent me a very long laundry list of things, and I looked at it and said, I don't think we want to be quite that complicated. I was thinking that we just needed to say quickly, honorary members can come to the meeting, anybody can come to the meetings, can speak, and can do everything that we do except vote. That was my thinking of parameters. And I was just thinking that maybe we should put that into our packet of putting a little blur, a little paragraph in saying that we are going to have honorary members. But I was going to ask you how long you felt people should be on the committee before they were honorary members. And I think obviously in good standing, so someone who left halfway through a term that wasn't for a medical or some kind of reason like that. And how many terms, how many years, what you thought. Just the longevity of it.
So Anna Lockwood speaking. I like the idea of longevity being one of the qualifications, and I don't necessarily think it should be the only one.
Right.
Because I can also imagine someone being very impactful and not being able to serve for a long time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, so one thing that I think we can do that is simple, somewhat simple, is, and I'm thinking about, we have on the open space committee, we have the open space document, that's, official document, but we pass, when we're making recommendations to buy a piece of land for the town, like the town buy a piece of land, we have 6 questions that we ask. Is this land adjacent to another land? Is it greater than 50 acres? Is it a sensitive habitat? So, and our goal is to say yes to at least 3 of them, to then have a discussion to recommend. So perhaps we can come up with, a set of questions that it's more than just questions of longevity, And then it'll be up to the, like, we discuss those and we say, yes, it meets that requirement, it meets that requirement, and in totality, and then it leaves to the serving members to say yes to it.
Okay. Do you have some ideas other than longevity?
You know, impact to the community, volunteering, you know, where, you know, I can think of a past member who's, you know, has been a great volunteer for the town outside just here, and I can, you know, I think of Diane, so volunteering in the community in general, impactful contribution one way or the other, longevity, I can probably, you know, muster a couple more, but that would be my suggestion, so we are not tied to the one requirement and then find ourselves cornered in wanting to honor someone, but we only have one qualification.
Any other comments?
As far as, no, Susan O'Sullivan, as far as longevity, I was thinking a minimum maybe of 3 or 4 terms. I guess I vote for 3, but, and then the other questions would be fine too, as far as impact. Okay.
Yeah, Lou Franco speaking. This is interesting because we just went through this exercise, redoing what our qualifications are going to be for honorary trustees at Apple Island School. You know, and we have that bar very, very high. So one of the things, yes, longevity is one of them, certainly. I think I'm missing some historical data in terms of, you know, if your suggestion is 3 or 4 terms, that, you know, I'm deferring to that because I don't know what a long time for people to serve on this is, and you don't want to have like more honorary members than members, or, you know, in a short amount of time. You don't want to have like 50 honorary members. So there has to be some way of recognizing people that have been truly impactful or have dedicated a lot of service without having too many of them and diluting the stock, so to speak.
Well, the title that we're giving out.
Say again?
Diluting the
Right, that's right, yeah, and yeah.
And that was on the law.
So I'd like a little bit of historical knowledge. You mentioned in the last meeting that we have had in the past one honorary one. Okay. And how was that done? What happened?
I'm not really sure. I just think Jean Hobbs was she was pretty much responsible for getting us
The founding member.
the founding member. She was pretty much responsible for getting us the Eagle House. Turned over from the
Yeah, I
American
totally
Legion.
makes sense that she was nominated.
If you notice, her name is everywhere.
Yeah.
And she was a real go-getter in town. She pretty much ran the 250th and the 275th celebration. She knew everybody in town. She did everything. I think you'll find her name everywhere here. So she was pretty much an honorary member.
And this procedure, before, like Anna was mentioning, you know, we have a set of criteria that that person would have to match. Is the person approached beforehand, or do the...
Well, this is brand new, so
All right.
I don't know how Jean came to be an honorary member, honestly, because that happened a long time ago. I think it was just sort of, everybody said, wow, you know, she's pretty much responsible for this place happening, so she should be honored. And that was pretty much done deal, and I'm sure Jean had no objections.
No, I'm sure she didn't either.
Susan O'Sullivan again. I think Pete would be a perfect candidate for honorary membership, given the longevity of his service to the committee and the town, and the fact that he chaired this group for so long. So if we were to name think of anybody right now that I would like to recommend, it would be Pete Lincoln.
I totally recommend that as well. He was the first person that came to my mind.
I've been looking through people who, when I first thought of doing this, I've been looking through people who are still with us, who have served a minimum of, say, 3 to 4 terms, and there are not that many people that are still with us. It hasn't been done recently. There are not a lot of people, so if you're worried about 50 people, we don't have. a lot of
Just
people.
the 4-term threshold or 3-term threshold would keep that number small.
It keeps it
Yeah.
pretty small, and I'm just saying in good standing, so people that left with, they completed their terms and left in good standing, cuts it back to very few. So you could have got a plaque. Because we just did that history to do the plaque, so there aren't a ton of people, so that, I don't think that that's a concern. If you raise it to 3 or 4 terms, and the rule was in the past, and I'm glad that we changed this, is you had to do, I don't remember what it was, I think it was 2 or 3 terms, and you had to get off for a term and then come back. So some of these years on the plaque are not exactly right, because there was a missing year in there where people had to leave. I don't know why they made that policy. That was the policy at one point. So for example, Judy Tarbell, her numbers, there are a couple missing years in there where she had to get off. Pete had to get off for a year. So rather than making 2 big brackets, we just put the beginning and the end of the terms. So that little piece of information, I don't know why they did that. That's what I thought. So maybe we can firm this up completely at the next meeting, or do you want to do it now? You want to think
Well,
about
I
all the
think
criteria?
we're all in favor of it.
Okay.
And like I said, I would like to propose Pete Lincoln right now, because I think he's definitely qualified, even though we haven't set all the qualifications.
I definitely agree with that, of course, and I think everybody here does, but I'm wondering if a nomination specifically should have a forum.
For a quorum,
Yeah, well, more than just a quorum, but, you know, I mean, I'm certainly on board with that, but I think, I'm just
Like, part of the
suggesting.
agenda.
Yeah, well, it is part of the agenda, isn't it?
it is
Well,
like,
Meaning
Oh,
like the select board does, like, you know,
make a specific
make
nomination.
a specific nomination to nominate, you know, Pete Lincoln as honorary member.
and then deal with it next meeting.
And, yeah,
Yeah, so that's another very good reason, probably reason enough to do this, but I just, I think certainly, I'm just suggesting this, of course, and Lou Franco plug. But
You're the only guy here.
yeah. So I think as far as setting up the idea of having a protocol for setting up, for setting this whole idea of having honorary members, I think this group could do that, but as far as doing specific nominations, I think the fuller group would be.
All right, so
Appropriate.
we'll
So-
stick with
So
this.
Now we-
can I follow that up by nominating Pete Lincoln for consideration as an honorary member?
for the next meeting, yeah,
And consideration, next meeting, second?
I'll second that.
All right, any more further discussion on that?
I'll third that.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? I won't oppose it. All right. Okay, so we'll discuss this a little bit further. Deb sent me this great thing, and it was like 3 pages long, and I went, no, I can't. It was so detailed that it just, it's like, that was stuff. Okay, further updates or suggestions for minute taking. We're gonna try this Claude. Thanks to Deb for taking minutes today, because I don't know how, well, Lou's better technique than I am, but we'll see how that goes. All right, I sent you, I hope you all got these, the recap of suggestions and opportunities presented by Representative Scarsdale. Did you all get those? Those were wonderful, and she got back to me like that day. So did anybody see anything on there that you felt we should or could follow up on?
Well, I am assuming that Good Sal saw that email as well.
Yes, because it was.
I'll defer to her to ask if she has anything she'd like to pursue and if there's anything that she'd like help with.
Okay, so we can,
I don't recall getting the email. I can go back and look, but
she sent it to you as well.
okay, let me go look at that, because I don't,
Okay, well, we can talk about it next time. Yeah, because I didn't send it to you because she sent it to you and me. We'll talk about it. All right, so Mr. Rabbit is not available, so we'll put that up next time too. Oh, maybe you can. I think we can do that with you, Deb. I think you've had discussions with the superintendent and with
Kim is,
or whoever.
yeah, one of the representatives from the school.
Okay, so when you come up, you can talk about that. Okay. All right, old business. Well, you're up anyway for old business for the financial reports.
Okay,
So
so,
we can do this update with your discussions with the superintendent.
sure.
Great.
So the financials are in your packets. We're looking very well. We still have funds to utilize for the rest of the remainder of this fiscal year. So it's all right there. So while you're looking at that, I'll just let you know, Kim from the school, I'm not sure what her title is, but she's the appointed person that's been communicating with Jack and I. And we're still going over some protocol logistics policies as far as doing this. And we will be for the summer. This is not a program will start till the fall. Like I said, each person, we have to be trained. There's a training that they have to go through at the school to make sure that what's supposed to be done is done correctly.
Is there a specific grade level that's been chosen?
I believe it's K through 3.
What is their hope that these volunteers will be able to help with?
Well, my hope is it's going to be a purpose to the senior who's doing this, something for them to look forward to, something for them to do, a feeling of purpose and giving back to the community. For the students, I think it's going to be great intergenerational for them to be with a senior and to have that, not always, but a lot of times seniors are a little calmer, talk a little softer, and will be able to be trained to be able to, whatever is needed, they'll go, it's going to be individual. So, Jane might need, she needs to read out loud. She needs more confidence in reading. So the senior would go there and Jane would read to her each week. So it's going to be very, it's going to be a nice program. It's going to be, I think, helpful on both sides, but it's going to be very, it's not going to be complicated. They're not going to be teaching. They're going to be just helping out in whatever way is needed. Little extra support.
So this is a supplemental program?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're not teaching anything.
So the classroom teachers would identify
The need.
needs?
Yeah.
And they'd be pulled out of class to work with a senior?
Probably not pulled out of class because it's definitely something that we're going to be in either in groups, and nobody's going to be taking a child to a secluded spot. It's going to be in the back of the classroom, sitting there reading, or in the library, something like that. So it might be Deb Lincoln takes Jane down to the library for 40 minutes, and Jane reads out loud to you. and it gains Jane confidence. And, you know, I hate to use this example, but it's like when the kids would go to the shelters and read to the dogs. It's kind of like that. It gives them a chance to read out loud to somebody and to feel good about it. You know, a lot of times, you know yourself raising your kids. You know, can I read this to you? No, I'm in the middle of making supper. You know, it's like, you know, so it gives them a time to sit down and just calmly, relaxed, and just be able to do this. And like I said, the seniors will get training at the school on what their role is.
Do we know who's organizing or supervising this project?
I don't remember her last name. It's Kim. She's one of the assistants or something to the superintendent. And she's going to be the one that's our lead, our contact.
Okay. Great, thank you. One more question. When might this start? Do you have any-
Fall.
Fall.
Yeah. It's going to take us time to do it right. Yeah, we don't want to rush into anything. We want to make sure that, you know, we're doing the best we can.
Okay. Great, any other questions about the program?
All right, so you would get volunteers, you'd advertise here?
Yeah.
And get volunteers,
Yeah.
and then they would go through training?
Yep.
So this isn't really us. This is a project that Jack is taking on with you?
Yeah.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Jack's idea.
Yeah. We know.
And because we have no internet, we're going to miss out on Jack's 40 slide.
No, we still have no internet.
I've heard nothing from him.
Question? I do have a question.
Yeah.
Who will do the training?
The school.
The school
Somebody at the
itself?
school. Yeah, I mean, we're not qualified to
The
train.
supervisor that you mentioned, Kim?
Either Kim or somebody assigned by Kim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, any questions on the budget?
So, you know, I saw the presentation,
Oh, no, not that.
Oh,
This
you said
is
budget.
Budget. Oh, no, this is the
you
budget.
mean financial reporting?
The financial.
Oh, okay.
report.
No.
Because it says on it, year-to-date budget report.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry.
Yeah, budget.
We'll get into that later, that's down. I think. Maybe it isn't. Is that?
Down the bottom, the
Yeah, down the bottom, under
report.
director's report, yeah, yeah. So, any questions on this piece?
No.
Okay, all right, so we move on. All right, personnel update.
So, as you may have seen at the select board meeting, they have ratified a new outreach worker here. She will be starting on the 23rd of this month, March 23rd, Monday. And we're very excited to have an outreach person on board and answering all those questions that come in each day. So it'll be a great help to the staff currently.
What's her name?
Melissa Sargent.
Can you tell us
Yeah.
about her?
Yeah, Melissa, she's got a wealth of experience, but she comes to us currently from Berlin, the town of Berlin, where she is currently the director.
Director of,
The senior center, the director of Council on Aging. Yes, but the Council on Aging director in the town of Berlin is a part-time position. Well, it's the same thing with Bolton, it's a part-time position. So, this is a full-time position, so she's coming to join us.
What's her experience with outreach?
She did outreach for 3 years in the town of Clinton.
Okay. Is she, I know our previous outreach coordinator was a social worker.
Yep.
What's her background?
No.
Schooling?
Our,
Paul, our
she was
former,
a social worker.
our former outreach coordinator was a qualified social worker.
Oh, I have no idea she was a social worker.
Right, so what is do you have any background on?
I'm not, I don't know what her degree is in. I know she has a degree. I don't know what it's in. But like I said, you don't need to be a social worker to do
I
this.
can say you need
Yeah.
to, I was asking
Yeah.
her background, her
Yeah.
schooling and,
Yeah.
or her experience and so forth.
Yeah, she, like I said, she was so incredible doing outreach that she went to be a director. Like, she was just above and beyond. And like I said, when she went to the town, it was told to her that it was most likely going to be full-time. 1 year went by, the second year is now coming by, and it's not going to be full-time. So you can't hold on working part-time these days, you need to that full-time, so.
So she worked under you in Clinton,
She did,
so you have knowledge of her
absolutely.
skills and
Yes, I'm very, very thankful. I can't even believe she is coming here. Yeah. You're gonna really, you're gonna really be pleased.
Okay. Look forward to meeting her. All right, caregiver resource connection. Do we have a-
Yeah, we do have a program planned, but Kathy has been in charge of that, so I think we'll have to table that till she's back.
Okay, is it, in the spring?
Yes, it's in the spring. I think we were thinking, well, actually, I'm sorry, I'm not prepared to really discuss.
No, that's
that.
okay, that's okay. I just want to, as soon as we have some information, I'll get it out on the,
Yes.
on the Facebook page.
All right, I'll email Kathy.
Okay, great. So something in the spring, that'd be great, because that's been a super success. And we want to keep that going. And thank you to Elena and Sue and Kathy for that. It's been wonderful. Thank you to the director, but don't go away.
I'm not going far.
You're still back on the hot seat. Special town meeting Article 12, that isn't,
That's,
yeah, is that still Article 12?
well, it's not gonna be this year.
Right,
We're just
right.
referring to it, that's
Right.
what it was in
Right.
November. So I'll just speak to that briefly. That was taken up after Caesar and I met and talked about it. He took basically what was the essence of it and brought it to the select board. And so there's a draft of it there that's, everybody's in spirit on board with it, but I still think there's some tweaks that should happen in the language. But
Have you communicated that with them?
Caesar, yes.
Okay.
So,
I would loop in the town manager in that,
mhm.
because I know I'm getting drafts of the warrants already that she's preparing, and he may not be,
Right, and the warrant closes on the 16th, right?
right.
But you can still amend after that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So, as long as it's finally polished by the end of the month, I think it's good.
Okay.
I think Caesar's still in Africa till the 17th.
Yeah, something
I
like
think
that.
so,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons that I'll say I'll loop in the town manager.
Okay.
Okay, updates on local hospital services. Do we have, has anybody heard anything?
I don't think there's any changes.
No,
We're
I
still
don't think
talking
so.
about late fall opening for the Groton ER Center.
It's pretty amazing that got, it just as a, knowing how slow government and everything works,
This is fast.
this is fast.
Yes.
They have broken ground, they are working,
Mm.
and it's like, it's not an idea. I cannot believe that so it's going to be in the fall of 26. That's
Yes.
literally
Late fall.
2 years,
Mhm.
a little over 2 years. I am impressed that that's,
If you haven't checked the UMass website, it's amazing how big this facility is going to be. Now, in my mind, I was thinking, well, a small little ER center, but it's going to have patient rooms, to hold patients and a heliport and a whole bunch of things. So
Yeah.
check it out.
It looks wonderful.
But I agree, it's amazingly fast
right,
for anything with the government or.
right. I know.
Interesting point, and I need to follow up on this even more. My husband's having surgery on Friday, as you probably know, and it's at Emerson. And he was required to go into Emerson to have blood work and CT and all that pre-op stuff. And there's an Emerson in Groton, as you probably know, and I said, can we go to Groton? And they said, no, you have to go to Emerson. And we had the pre-op with the surgeon yesterday. And I said, why do we have to go into Emerson? And he said, I don't know. So if you are required to go to Emerson for any reason, I think a pushback might be in order. Just as a public service to people out there, if you're told you have to go to the hospital, there is an Emerson offshoot in Groton, and they have a lot of those services available, so just push back.
Well, I think one of the issues is the smaller centers can do blood work and they can do x-rays, but then most of them, even UMass, is not going to be able to do advanced imaging right away,
Right.
although it's on the plan. So if you needed advanced imaging, you'd have to go to a hospital to get that done. But I think their goal is to do advanced imaging.
Some of this was just blood work, so. Anyway, just always push back and see if there's any possibility you can stay local if you can.
Sure.
All right, Kathy was the one working on lobby furnishings. Was anybody else in on that? So we'll skip that. Do you know, Deb?
We were waiting for authorization for procurement, but apparently we don't need that now because it's through a contract, the same contract the library had used. So it's just getting everything approved. So we're right there
Approved from,
from the town.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it has to go to the select board or?
I don't think it has to go to the select board. It just has to go through, I think, Jen or Julie. Yeah.
So it might happen this spring?
We can hope.
All right. 41A, that's Jack, right? All right, we'll skip over that. All right, does anybody have anything to put out on the COA board Facebook page? We're getting some hits on that, by the way, which is nice. But I'd like to keep things going on that. Are we doing anything of any note, or does anybody have anything we should put out on that we are doing? I'd like to get that new spring program out there.
Yes, that would be good.
Feedback on bylaws, Caesar's not here, so let's pass on that. All right, she's back. We didn't get to sit that long.
No. Just when you mentioned Facebook, though, the Facebook page for the Little River Adult Activity Center is basically, I think it's like 1,200 followers now.
Yeah, that's
So it's getting a lot of attention, and a lot of our posts are getting 400 plus activity on them. So we're very happy about that. And there's a lot of people that are following us that are even not seniors, but they're family members, and encouraging their family members to come. So I thought that was great.
I like the way you're including pictures of people having lunch and have different events.
Yeah.
I mean, it really shows.
Yesterday we failed so bad. We were so busy, and we just forgot to take pictures because we had the Friendly Seniors had their Irish performance, and we had sandwiches and stuff, and then we had the Historical Society has been doing programs here that are amazing, and they're getting 60 plus people to each of these. Thankfully, the students were not able to come yesterday because we had 63 people in the dining room here for the John Adams yesterday. So yeah,
That's amazing.
it's been great, and they've got a few more coming up. I think the next one's June. So we're happy about that. It's a nice partnership. So March is National Sleep Month. So we're trying to focus on sleep. So we did have an education last Thursday on nutrition and sleep. That was very well attended. We started a new program, Modern American Canasta. So that is Monday afternoon. So we've had quite a good group showing up for that to learn canasta. On Thursday the 12th at 10 o'clock, we have our Irish step dancers are going to be in here performing for us. And then those who sign up for lunch is going to be an Irish shepherd's pie. On Friday, March 13th is our Veterans Breakfast. On Monday, the 16th, is our annual community read. And this is something done with Fitchburg, I believe it's Fitchburg University and the library here in Lunenburg. And it's going to be a brunch here. The book is Food Inc. 2. And all of the materials, there's a DVD you can watch for the first Food Inc. So that's all at the library if anybody's interested in doing that. And then signing up for the brunch, we'd love to have you. March 17th is our actual Irish St. Patrick's Day lunch. So that's your corned beef and cabbage. Friday the 20th at 10 o'clock is a program called Getting a Better Night's Sleep. And that's being presented by a registered polysomnographic sleep technologist.
Say that twice.
Yep. Very excited about Sunday, March 22nd at 1 o'clock. You each have a flyer and we hope you can put it up somewhere. It's Bingo Gift Card Frenzy. And this is another fundraiser that's being put on by our Eagle House supporters who are doing a phenomenal job. They have so many, I'm not going to go into some of them because I'll let Anna do that. But there's so many programs, so many fundraisers that they're doing and coming up, and they've been amazing. So the gift card frenzy will be here. Only 50 people can come because of seating and where you put your bingo cards. The bingo cards are $10 each. You can't get more than 4. And there's going to be raffles and things like that. But you win gift cards. So, you play single bingo for a $25 Smokestackers gift card. You can play a double bingo for, El Forno gift card. So it's all gift cards. So it should be a lot of fun. And with only 50 people, your chances of winning are pretty good. On March 30th at 5 o'clock, we have our spring floral craft, and that's by Lunenburg Floral and Gifts. April 1st, we have our April Fool's Day breakfast, and I'm sure Brandy's going to really do something for us for April Fool's Day, so we'll see how that turns out. April starts our early dine. So our early dine is dinner at 4:30. So if you look in your, I gave you a preview of our April newsletter. So if you look in the April newsletter, you can see what the dinners are for starting in April. And those are also $5, just like the lunch, and include dessert and drink. Reminder, the first Tuesday of each month is our birthday celebration. So we get a cake donated by Neshoba Park, and when you register for lunch, just let them know it's your birthday month and your lunch is free. So that's the first Tuesday of every month. April 8th, we're gonna have a card making craft. If anybody has purchased a greeting card lately, it's insane. I mean, we're talking, $6 to $10 for a card. So we have these kits. There's a limit of 12. Everyone who comes will receive this kit that makes, I think, 15 cards, and we'll make them here and show you how, and then you can take the kit home with you. April 9th is our education will be on bone health. That was requested by a lot of our seniors. So bone health on the 9th. On April 17th, our Veterans Breakfast is going to be on the 3rd Friday. We've had a request from some of the veterans that they can't make the 2nd Friday, but they could make the 3rd. So we're going to try the 3rd and see how that works out. April 20th is our volunteer appreciation, and I'd like to personally invite the board to come and help us honor our regularly scheduled volunteers that are here at the center. We'll have, I'm not going to tell you what we're having because it's a surprise.
When is that again?
April 20th.
What time?
It's going to be, it includes lunch. I believe it's at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
Yeah, and we'll have lunch at 11:30. We could not do what we do here without our volunteers, plain and simple. And then April 22nd is Planning Ahead, Strategies for Paying for Long-Term Care at 10 o'clock. April 24th, I'm kind of excited about this. I was talking to Diane about this earlier. This is a young man who graduated from Lunenburg High School last year, and he wants to be a performer. So he plays the guitar, and he is going to perform for our Memory Cafe. So I thought that was really cool, you know, a local student, you know, coming to us to, this will be, I believe, his first public performance. So, April 27th is Ask a Pharmacist, and that's the Mass School of Pharmacology over in Worcester. They're going to come and you can ask a pharmacist any questions you may have regarding, you know, what you're on, is there anything better, the interactions, the, you know, how much you're taking, is it too much, is it too little, any questions you may have in your mind, you can come here and just ask a pharmacist their opinion. Kentucky Derby is going to be a blast. It's April 30th, and everyone is to wear their Kentucky Derby attire, hats, gloves, pearls, everything you got. We're going to have hot brown sliders with deviled eggs, chips, coleslaw, a Kentucky Derby dessert, mock mint juleps, and we're going to have, there's a horse racing game that we'll do at each table, and you'll win a prize. So we're happy about that. And last but not least, on May 12th, save the date, that is going to be the date of our dedication of the pavilion to Pete and Deb Lincoln. So in honor of them, we're going to have the ceremony at 11 o'clock, and we're going to have light lunch in here afterwards. And we do have an entertainer, Matt York, who will be performing for us, and we're going to make a nice day of it. We're going to put on a spread, make a nice day of it. And then the last thing I do want to let you know, the Eagle House supporters have been doing trips, and the trips have been phenomenal. The tall ships, we were partnering with Townsend, because we figured we'd fill 25 seats, they'll fill 25. Yeah, we each have our own buses now. It is above and beyond what we could have been, and it's in July. I mean, and it's already almost full. So that's amazing. We're going to be going to the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in June, and the bus is paid for mostly by the Lunenburg Cultural Council. So it's only $25, and you're on your own for lunch. We have LaBelle Winery coming up as well. There's a lobster bake in August. It goes right down the line here. So check out your newsletter, but do bear in mind that the trips are filling up fast. So if there's something you plan on going to, you might want to just book it now.
So I love the idea of all those trips you're doing, and I'm just always cognizant of, you know, seniors not having a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand, like, we can, you know, the Eagle House supporters are doing a great job supporting us. But I was watching the school committee meeting, and they had an idea that I thought of sharing, in particular related to this, which is when someone signs up for something, they were talking about field trips for kids to go to field trips. You know, on the same form, you can offer to pay for someone else. So that allows, you know, because there are kids that can't go to some of those trips. So I was wondering if that would be something like when we create these forms, if we can simply add the line, you know, would you like to support another senior to join, you know, to pay for their trip?
Funny you'd say this.
I say that.
Yes, because I just had a senior come to me last week and is donating 5 seats on the tall ships.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Let's add that to the form then, sign up form.
Do you think that's something you'd be interested in?
Yeah.
Because I think we would
Yeah.
have a lot of people,
Very
you know, and then it becomes an anonymous thing, like, you know, I
Yeah.
can donate,
Yeah.
and you can, and then the only thing that would be extra on you is to, because I also think about how much work it would entail for you, it would be for you, you know, to have that list of people that are interested.
Yeah.
But I would think that between you and your outreach coordinator, that might be something.
Yeah, identifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and certain people like certain things. And,
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be great. I know, listen, we used to, he has since passed, but we had one of our board members at my previous location that donated like 10 Christmas party tickets every year. And, you know, people are so generous.
Right.
And it's amazing. And that's a lot of the stuff you don't hear about because it happens behind the scenes.
Right.
So it's a wonderful thing, and if anybody is interested in donating for, maybe they like a certain trip, or they've been to the Isabel Stewart and they want to sponsor, 5 people, things like that, absolutely, we would love that. Yeah,
So that's something you think you can implement?
yeah,
That's great.
absolutely.
I don't know, was that big to bring it up?
That's great. I think it's great, wonderful.
How would you let people know that sponsored trips are available?
That's the tricky part.
Yeah, because if I don't have the money, I'm not gonna come and sign up.
Right.
If I knew that there was a sponsored trip, I could apply.
Right. So,
I think in
Yeah.
every, if I may suggest, like in every program that she puts, there are available seats through
Yeah.
other sponsors.
would you like to be
Sponsorships
introduced?
are
Available, contact
Mhm.
so-and-so for
Yeah.
more information,
Yeah,
and that would be it.
Yes, that'd be good.
yeah,
And you said a lottery, so that would
Yeah.
make it fair.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, all
Good
good
idea.
stuff. So, and then, the telehealth hub, so we did get the grant for $1,500, and they're gonna give us supplies, they're gonna give us the computer, blood pressure cuff, scale, some other things like that. So that's all set, I just have to get some documents to them, the routing number for the checking account for the town, things like that. So we're hoping to get that up and running within the next couple months. So that'll be a nice project to work on, especially outreach can work on that as well. And then the budget presentation is in there. And one of the things I want you to note in the budget presentation is when I was talking about services here, I started with the outreach. Because everybody knows we're having Kentucky Derby, we're going on trips, we're having lunch, we're having a great time. What you don't know is the not great times that we do here. My mom needs to go into a nursing home. How do I do this? Where do I start? How do I fill out the Mass Health long-term care application? Where do I get a Medi Alert button? There's so many things, hoarding, elder at risk, elder abuse, neglect, financial management. There's so much that's involved with outreach. And like I said, once we get going too, I want to be able to have time down at White Street, different places where they can reach, have scheduled times where somebody down there wants to talk to somebody about something, they can. So like I said, there's a lot of things we can do. And they used to have their own person down there, just history. And the gentleman who owns it, manages it, has come to me and said they don't have anybody down there now. So that position, I guess the person left and they're not filling it.
Wasn't that? Oh,
I don't know.
huh, interesting. Because that's under the housing authority.
Yeah, I guess there's a person in Leominster,
Mhm.
so if they want to, they can go to Leominster.
Well, do you know how many residents are on that street?
I don't. Yeah,
Do you know if we have clients that come here from White Street?
we do. We have a lot of White Street uses the van as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I said, there's a lot involved that we can help out the community with. And on that happy note, that was it. Anything, any questions on the budget?
Yes, are we seeing more support from the town? Or the same amount of support from the town?
The budget level funded, yeah.
In my notes, I asked Deb during her presentation, this is an awkward cloud. The library requested more money for the programming, and in my notes to the town manager, I said, we should only, I do believe strongly that we have to be one community, and the services that we render should be of the same quality and level across the community. From the schools all the way to us, and anything in between, recreation, library, and we need, the line budget for programming for here hadn't increased in many years. And then last year, you know, we pushed and they increased it to 8,000. The library is currently at 16,000. So in my notes to the town manager, I did ask her to increase programming here and maybe, and, you know, as a way to support. And I know I said programming, but I also see that there might be other areas that you want to expand services that, you know, there's no resource for you other than the programming and the money you get from the state. So in my notes to the town manager, I did say, you know, for increasing the library, we need to increase for the other groups in town.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, any other questions?
This looks really great. It's a lot of, I like the way it's organized. Good job.
Thank you.
All right. I guess she's all set.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you're up. Eagle House supporters.
Yes, that's me.
It's nice to have you here so we can thank you for all this great fundraising that's going on. It's quite amazing what's happening.
Anna Keel Thompson from the Eagle House supporters. Thank you for saving all the fun for last. You know, our business is really to fundraise and get as much money as we can to support the seniors here. And I'm happy to announce that we have reached our first 25-26 fiscal year. And I must say, the board members, we have been working very hard at really pivoting and putting in place a lot of new programs. And the one that we concentrated on is really to bring awareness to the seniors and especially the Bloomberg Adult Activity Center by working with our youth. First with the Teen Center, we started with the toll booth. Nobody ran us over. And we had a great time. So we will continue that this year. That is, if we can, according to the calendars in the fiscal year of the town, we might or might not do it in 2026, and then we'll do it in 2027. And then we raised the roof with something brand new, which is the pickleball tournament. So we didn't have too many young people involved, and I think we're going to steal the idea from you by somehow working it into our Facebook, you know, the newsletter, probably getting sponsors for people who cannot afford to come in and play. But we had 40 adults that day. It was phenomenal. And that was a collab with the skateboard. It's their last year, but they were amazing including us. It was incredible. And it was a lot of fun, a lot of prizes and things like that. We will definitely continue it in a much smaller scale, hopefully at the TC Paseo. And believe it or not, those seniors can play pickleball. They were amazing. They were amazing, really. So, of course, I hope you did come to the Festival of Trees. We're going to repeat that this year. And I'm sure it's going to be in a much bigger scale. And thank you very much to the director and the staff here. They were amazing in getting us organized.
Great community.
A really great community event, yeah. We will continue the 50-50 raffles here. All right. We had a hat sale. And Mr. Rabbit, I just want to let you know, I did get your order by text. I will put aside your hats for you, don't worry about it. And it is on sale now outside, and we will have flyers throughout the community so that they can come over and we'll coordinate it somehow so that everybody get their hats. It's $20 each, plus $10 for shipping. Okay, and I think it's a great product. It's beautiful, the color of the town. We're coming up with our annual fundraiser letter, and if you think that you're not in our database, please by all means, give us your name and your address so that we can beg you for your money. It's all for a good cause. It really is, it really is. And we're going to continue on coming up with some, keeping the old, but still coming up with new ideas that, again, including the community so that they know that we are here. And I think for our first year, I think the board members, like I said, they worked very hard, and I think they did very well. I'm proud of that.
You should be. We're proud of you. Should be.
Thank you very
I
much.
think.
Thank you.
So, you know, I sorry, I have ideas sometimes.
Yes,
I heard that. When I was, for a little while, when we didn't have a rec director and we were hiring someone, I was helping the town, like, you know, two things. I know the schools, I would send them notices of events that were happening,
Yes.
and they would send it to their email list under community notices. So if you have any event coming out,
Okay.
Liz Peterson and Jody Fortuna, which is the new superintendent, and the town also, they have a new they're calling her an IT person, but she's been managing their Facebook and doing all the things. Her name is Kara.
Okay.
With a K.
With a C? Okay.
With a K, yeah.
Oh, like my granddaughter.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and you know, again, she does a great job putting. So if you have anything that, like, especially like if you have the flyer ready, if you send it to her and ask her, and I'll be able to pull out her email address afterwards.
Yes, please.
And on the BRAC side of things, we have a database of people that have participated in programs in the town. There might be an overlap with the schools. They're not as powerful as the schools, but like everyone who has signed up for a pickleball,
Right.
you know, like we have pickleball that's run through the town. That their emails on the database for the Parks and Rec. So if you email the Parks and Rec, they can probably, like if you have the flyer, the digital flyer, they can send that out with a link for it.
Yes. Yeah.
And do you have, when you ran those tournaments, how did people sign up?
They sign up through the skateboard, through their website.
Okay.
Yes, but with us, it'll probably be through our Facebook.
So
Yeah.
on the town side, too, we do have a software that the town pays.
Mm-hmm.
That is the one that we run the programs and we sell the Town Beach membership, so it's an ongoing software. And we have run where there was, like, I think it was a running club, for example, that he was doing as a fundraising to support a sport in the town. So we ran with them and we were able to put it on the software so then people can just go online and click it and so if you need those services
Yes.
on the Parks and Rec, you can reach out to me
Yes.
because we have only a part-time person and that hopefully they'll hire someone. And I've been working sort of like as a volunteer to just doing these things behind the scenes.
Right.
And I always communicate with the town, like
Okay.
Chris Ruth is the person who oversees the Parks and Rec department. So before I take any action, I always confirm with him. But it would be like a 3-minute thing, and it makes it a lot easier for people to buy.
Certainly.
Like, you know, the volleyball, it's run through that. All the pickleballs, we have 3 different sessions of pickleballs. So anyway, so that I would recommend that.
That's wonderful.
So for that one, you can reach out to me and I'll
Definitely.
make sure to get it done. And they'll just make it easier for you to sell.
Certainly,
And
yeah.
then we can, we'll make sure the funds get transferred and all.
This will certainly expand our horizon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Absolutely, yeah.
When you mentioned, give us your email, I'm like, oh, let me give you a bunch of them.
Oh, that would be wonderful, definitely,
Yeah.
you know. We're in the process, Nicole Water and John Trainers, those are our tech people, and they're in charge of our mail list, and we're in the process of cleaning it because it hasn't been cleaned for a while. And hopefully it will be much more effective this year.
You're right.
So we're looking forward to that. And this is definitely,
Yeah, I mean, with the Parks and Rec,
Fantastic.
yeah, it's definitely people that have participated on the event, and, I know we can send emails. And the thing is, it does not cost the town anything
No.
extra.
great, thank you very much.
Oh, excellent suggestion.
Thank you. Sorry for
I like how your mind is going. Well, that's it. Thank you very much. Unless anybody else have to,
Before you leave,
Yes.
you've been phenomenal.
Yes.
So creative, so energetic.
You know, I mean, thank you very much, and I will definitely pass it on to everybody on the board, because each and every one, they're in. I mean,
Well, it shows.
It shows. They're working very, very hard. And especially, by the way, Barbara Colomb, our vice president, she's
wonderful.
24/7 doing things that, require so much of her time. And she always brings amazing ideas to us. And the rest of the board too. We have a couple here, but it'll be a surprise.
Well, we're very lucky to have you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. All right, moving on. Notices and communications, do we have any? Any board comment?
Well, I'd like to say a word about Memory Cafe. Diane and I were lucky enough to participate in the last one. And Deb figured out a way to get some baby bunnies over.
By the way, I'm allergic to bunnies.
No, I was so miserable after that.
Well, in any event, the faces of the seniors was incredible. And I don't know if you have had a chance to look at the webpage, but there's a person that most of us know in this room, JP, and after his terrible accident, but he was there in a wheelchair, and the picture that you captured,
He didn't let go of the bunny.
he wouldn't
He did not
let go.
share.
I mean, it was incredible.
Yeah.
And it was just a wonderful event. And I just want to reach out to anybody that's listening that it's, the last Friday of every month. If you have a loved one that has, some disabilities and you want to take them to that, we'd love to have you come. Every event is different, but this one was just amazing. Everyone was just smiling, even if they couldn't speak, they were smiling. So anyway, come on out, it's really worth it.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
If Lynn and Carrie weren't there, he would have taken that bunny.
It's true, not one of them.
I want to buy JP a bunny.
No, Lynn,
I know, I'm not very happy.
no, but it was heartwarming.
This month is Rob from the Rob Show. We've had him in the past. He's phenomenal. He plays the guitar, sings, and gets them to sing along, everybody to sing along with him. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thank you all for being here.